Welcome. Today we are going to play a very unique, interesting mod, and this is 1984 if Reagan was assassinated. And we're gonna play as incumbent George H. Walker Bush, who took over after the assassination, of course. As always, feel free to pause, and we can pick a lot of people. Fun fact, we could go for Lapse, Baker, Lugar, all these people, but we're gonna go for the best friend and close associate of Reagan, Paul Laxalt, as our VP, which makes sense since he was a close colleague and friend of Reagan. See, he was the governor of Nevada. And for the first question, it's March 31st, 1981. Yesterday, Reagan was shot, and this morning, he was officially declared dead. What will you say to America, who is shocked and grieving over the loss of their president? Okay, so I think we gotta be uniting and positive. I think we could stick up with Reagan, but I think I'm gonna say this. I wiped tears from my eyes after learning of President Reagan's passing. I humbly ask the American people to stay united. Over these next 4 years, I hope to heal our nation's wounds. The night is always darkest before dawn. It's 4 years later. While Reagan's passing gave you a boost, you faced many tough challenges in your first term. Your popularity is more mixed these days. Still, the Republicans are on your side. Good luck, President Bush. With VP Howard Baker retiring, you have selected Senator Paul Laxalt as your new VP. What do you have to say about your Vice President's retirement and the selection of Laxalt? So, I'm surprised they have Baker as a VP though, but whatever. I think it only makes sense to really go for Reagan in this one because Laxalt was a close friend of Reagan, as I said. Baker served me well and I wish him the best. I'm choosing Laxalt to be my new running mate. He was one of Reagan's closest friends, and together we will continue to honor President Reagan's legacy. Yep, perfect. Laxalt is a terrific choice. Basically doesn't alienate moderates and Reaganites like him, helps in the conservative West and South, and Reagan's home state of California. Perfect, okay. So, electoral vote estimate for the first one, Mondale has 320 while Bush has 218. Okay, so let's go to California because one of the most important states. You arrived in Dallas, Texas, to accept your renomination to the GOP ticket, this time at its head. With a happy crowd, what will your speech be about? So, I think we gotta go to incumbency, so we can look more presidential. So, let's stress the successes I've had in office. On the economy, to my support for socially conservative policies, and our strength in the Cold War against the USSR. Stressing your accomplishments is a good thing and this speech is well received. Continue with this rhetoric in the coming months and your victory will be all but assured. 3 years ago, after Reagan's passing, you passed the Economic Recovery Tax Act. The act was well backed by conservatives, while Democrats labeled it as voodoo economics. Voodoo economics, wow. And claimed they only help the rich. Will you campaign on this legislation? I think we cannot be seen as flip-floppers, so I think we just gotta stick with it. It'd be a sore mistake to not campaign on it. This act, which Reagan supported, returned economic prosperity to our country after the Carter administration capsized it. It's one of my greatest achievements. While support may be tad mixed, it rarely hurts to stress your accomplishments, especially major ones such as this. Okay, so I think California will likely go for us since it's Reagan's home state, so Mondale's still leading by the same margin, but I reckon we should go to Georgia. With the election heating up after the RNC, your advisors are wondering what direction you want to take your campaign. You could go for the Big Ten option, since the GOP is big. Though your predecessor did prove that running a positive, far-right conservative could be electable. What are your plans, Mr. President? I think I'm going to run a positive campaign. This strategy worked for Reagan, and I see no reason to change it. I'll talk about my lengthy experience in the government and my accomplishments as president. This is probably for the best that running off your accomplishments gets people excited, and it's not a bad idea. Just make sure to put out some attacks here and there. I hope to make some attacks though. How will you handle the growing tensions with the Soviet Union in your second term? I think we gotta be smart about this because we want to appeal to moderates for sure. And critical we expand, not too much. Administration has been tough as nails against the Soviet Union. I think while it's important to remain tough, we should be cautious. In my coming term, I think, yeah, I'll propose summits with the Soviet Union, which will focus directly on the issue of a nuclear freeze. Yeah, nuclear freeze, and how we can most effectively achieve it. You've definitely won support from moderates, but many in your party are furious. With you going soft on the Soviets. Okay, I mean, whatever. So, electoral vote estimate. Mondale only has 261, while we have 277. Popular vote, he's barely winning still, but I think we can go to Ohio now. I do think so. 3 years ago, President Reagan was assassinated today. Your advisors are wondering how much you want to emphasize the Gipper Reagan during your campaign. He's still popular among conservatives and some moderates. I don't know. The issue is that Reagan was more to the right than what, moderates would like, I think, so I'd rather not mention Reagan. We need to highlight Reagan as much as we can. No, I think honoring his legacy is important to me, but we must face the reality as his passing probably won't hold much weight. For swing voters, we can still mention him in our visits to California and other states he's popular in, but we need to focus on the issues at first. This is likely the best route, as focusing on the issues will help with the moderates while talking about Reagan. Every now and again we'll turn out Reaganites on election day. Yeah, I think that's, whatever. Some in your party have considered cutting government programs like Social Security and Medicare to fight the deficit. Will you support these practices? Oh no. I mean, that's a straight no. No, these government programs are very popular and help many Americans, especially our elders who live out their retirements. To fight the deficit, we need to focus on wasteful department spending. This is probably the best response you can give, as you avoid cutting popular programs but still offer solutions to the deficit problem. Okay, it's looking quite better now. So Bush now has 285 while Mondale has 253, and we have the popular vote right now too. I think we got California and Georgia likely. Let's go to New Jersey, why not? Yeah. Your advisors are wondering how much negative ads you want to use in this election. In 1980, Reagan used barely any negative ads while focusing on a more positive approach, while President Carter attacked Reagan constantly. Will you attack Mondale in these forms of attack ads? So I think we should go for a combination of Ford and Reagan. Yeah, like this one. We should make many ads this cycle, but we should make them strictly on my views and my record as president. This will help boost my character and make me more appreciated as president among the American people. I'm not the aloof establishment type some think I am. and we need to show that. This proves quite effective. Nice. As over the coming weeks, your approval rises, Mondale sticks to positive ads, so thankfully, you haven't lost any ground. Okay, perfect. Once again, abortion has become one of the biggest social issues this election. Reagan's association with religious figures and his strong stances on abortion helped flip traditional Democratic voters 4 years ago. Despite this, not much movement has been made on this issue since you took office. What is your stance on this issue? We gotta go for the moderate route without, you know, losing support from social conservatives. So I think I think this one. I think abortion is morally wrong, and I do not support it unless a woman's life is threatened, or in cases of rain and pest. Yeah, gotcha. This is in line with what you've said in the past. While it may cost you a few conservatives, it helps you among moderates. Good. So it looks like we are doing quite well. Bush now has 329, while Mondale has 209. Think we should go to New Mexico, why not? How will you use your running mate Lapse on the campaign trail? I don't want to use him too much. Nothing against this guy, but he's not like Reagan. Doesn't have that charisma, so you know what? I think, yeah, why not? Let's film some compare and contrast ads with Paul showing why he's a better choice than Mondale's running mate, and we can hit hard with his close ties to George McGovern. Yeah, while going negative could have backfired. Oh, Lee Atwater did his magic and portrayed Laxalt as the experienced, intelligent, and capable of the next vice president of the United States, while portraying Hart as a radical McGovernite, McGovern follower, your advisors want you to try to tie Mondale to the unpopular Carter administration. One of Carter's greatest backfires was that of the Soviet grain embargo. Will you attack Mondale on this issue? I'm pretty sure Mondale repudiated that in 1984, so I think I'd rather not attack Mondale on an issue he likely opposed, though using the Carter administration against Mondale is usually a good route of attack. Instead of the grain embargo, let's make some ads about tying Mondale to the high inflation and the foreign policy disasters of the Carter administration. Nice work, you correctly predicted that Mondale had opposed the grain embargo, and your attempts to tie Mondale to Carter are successful as Mondale drops in the polls. In the polls. Yeah, there we go, sorry. Bush, still the same margin, and we can either go for New Jersey, or, you know what, let's go to Connecticut. Bush was big in Connecticut, so why not? The war on drugs, started by Nixon, still continues and has been seen some moderate expansions in your administration. While it's broadly popular among the American people, some on the right have said that there is still more expansion to the program. What is your position on this program? Okay, so Bush was pretty moderate and stuff, so I think we should stay clear of bringing up the drug war, as Mondale and I have very similar views on the matter, though mentioning it in occasion in places where crime is high may be effective. This isn't a major issue this election, so not discussing it is fine and might be best to avoid backfiring. So yeah, Mondale made gains in the Deep South by campaigning with former President Carter in the region, but Former President Ford has offered to campaign with you. Oh yeah. Wait, what? We can get we can get Nixon to campaign for us now. Oh man, that'll be funny though, but we can't go for that. Sure, Jerry. Jerry's a great man, and was getting the country back on track before Carter and Mondale came along and undid his efforts. Let's hit Michigan and Ohio with Ford. I know for a fact he still holds popularity in those states. Ford is happy to jump in on the campaign with you, and huge crowds in Michigan come to see their favorite son and incumbent president campaign together. Get a nice boost in Ohio and Michigan from this. Nice. Oh shoot. Yeah, I mean, Michigan is quite close. Still the same margin of 329. Well, Mondale has 209, so let's go to Michigan. With the first presidential debate coming up in Louisville, Kentucky, voters are eager to see two former VPs face off. Oh yeah, I'm surprised they actually have different options. So, if we're gonna win this election, we need to win this debate. Well done, Mr. President. You were the clear winner of the first debate. Mondale was uninspiring and bland, while you were full of energy. This will likely give you the lead over Mondale for the last month of the election. Nice. Democrats have been attacking your administration as fiscally irresponsible. Due to the rising deficits and inflation, many are pressuring for defense cuts to combat the economic turmoil. What are your thoughts on this proposal? So, there's no way we can cut the defense budget. No way. Yeah, we can't cut a defense budget at a time like this. After all, we are still amidst the Cold War. However, I will ensure that no further spending hikes occur until we find the means to reduce the deficits we have. This is a decent answer to appease your base without alienating moderates. Good. Electoral vote estimate: Bush has 359 while Mondale has 179. I think we're gonna go back and forth between Michigan and Connecticut. So back to Connecticut. One of the main criticisms of your presidency is your character, as you've proven to many Americans that you don't hold Reagan's charm or wit, and many agree you come off as cold and insincere. How will you combat these critiques and fix your image? So, I mean, we could either go for either one without a problem. So, while I personally don't agree with these critiques, as I am in the office of the president to serve the American people, this does, however, seem to reflect my weak approval ratings. We can address this by making sure to campaign face to face and have many in-person meet and greets. Yeah. So people like me and not just my politics? Okay, whatever. Yeah, this is your best move, and your appearances are well received. Okay? The Mondale campaign has released a new ad featuring you in the 1980 GOP debate. In that debate, you vocally attacked what you called voodoo economics. While during your presidency, you passed that legislation that many call supply trickle-down economics. Mondale and many moderates label you a flip-flopper. How will your response to these attacks? Wait, but did Mondale win 3 Purple Hearts? No, my god. I think we just get attacked. Let's counter with an ad showing how the economy has improved in the last 3 years after it passed that legislation, and also attack Mondale for his disagreements with Carter when he was president. Well done. You've been able to take the spotlight off you and back onto Mondale, keeping your image steady. Nice. Electoral vote estimate is the same 359 for Bush. Mondale has 179. Okay. Let's go back to Michigan. We could go for Washington, but I think Michigan being red is better. Like 1976, the vice presidential debates are being held at the Pennsylvania Hall Civic Center in Philly. Will you pledge that your running mate will attend the debate? So yeah, I mean 100%. He's got plenty of experience under his belt, so give him hell, Paul. This paid off well, as Laxalt was said to have bested Hart in the debate. While this won't have a big impact, it's still nonetheless a positive for you. Okay, nice. Some liberals have been suggesting cuts to military spending to lower deficits. Conservatives and many in the GOP want to cut the budget of government departments like the EPA, Department of Energy, and the Department of Education. Would you consider cutting these programs? Oh, I would not really. I'd rather not cut these programs. They make a positive impact in many ways. Ensures the safety of the environment, and the Department of Energy ensures our energy is clean, and the Department of Education produces better schools for our youth. This is a good answer for moderates, though some Reaganites scream malice when you defend government programs that were started in the Carter administration. This will help you more than hurt you. Okay, so 367 now. So we flipped something. Oh, we flipped Washington. Yeah, I think. I don't know. Let's go to Connecticut yet again. In your second term, with the economy recovering, what will your next goals be? Oh, immigration reform. Oh wait, no way. They actually put this in. Oh yeah. Let me make a promise to the American people. My opponent, if elected, will increase taxes. I will promise here to not raise taxes at all in my second term. Even if Congress tries to push me to raise taxes, I'll say no. They'll push, and I'll say no. They'll push again, and I'll say to them, read my lips, no new taxes. Attacking Mondale as a tax spending liberal is a decent attack, but beware of the repercussions such a promise might have if you decide to raise taxes. Which major Republican figures will you campaign in the key swing states and regions? Wait, Mitch McConnell? No way. No, we gotta go for that. Let's head to the Midwest. We're gonna need to hit this region to counter Mondale's appeals here. Let's campaign with Dole in Kansas, Senator Percy in Illinois, and hey, maybe we can stop in Kentucky and campaign with this year's Republican candidate for Senate, Mitch McConnell. I mean, wonder if he has a big future in the Senate. Yeah, who knows. It's bold to target Mondale's home region, but both Reagan and Ford won many states here in the past 8 years, so some of them are definitely competitive. Okay, so we're looking quite good. I think I'm gonna go for Maine one time, even though I think it's just off reach. So actual vote estimate 367, while Mondale has 171. Yep, Maine. A major foreign policy issue of your presidency has been your interventions in places like Nicaragua. Oh come on, man, you misspelled it, man. Oh whatever. And Grenada to slow the spread of communism. These interventions have proven quite popular among the American people and a real success of your administration. We'll continue this in your second term. We just gotta stick with it and say it with our chest. My administration's interventions in these countries have proven to be quite successful, and I will proudly continue them in my second term. We must defeat communism at all costs, wherever it exists. This is a safe, conservative answer. Hopefully this response will boost your foreign policy credentials for the debate coming up. The final debate has come around. Many are saying this is the finale of the election that could surge either you or Mondale to victory. Will you participate? Of course. Yep, why not? Both Mondale and you performed well, which makes election night a toss-up. Wait, what? I mean, it's not. It's not one of those things where like right after this, the whole map just changes, right? 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 Okay. Whew. I got scared for a second. Shoot that. Oh my god. Connecticut. I think Michigan is good. I could go for Illinois. I doubt it, man. I think we have a better chance in the Northeast than in the Midwest, so. But we're gonna go to Connecticut this time, yeah. Just to make sure we win one of Bush's big states. So, where will you spend your last days campaigning? We can either go to the South, which is a bad idea. California, we're good. The North is, it's basically, we can either go to the Northeast or the Midwest. I mean, we can either basically focus on Connecticut or Illinois. I think I'm gonna risk it and go for Illinois this time around because we went to Connecticut a couple of times, so I think we can afford that. Let's head to the Midwest. Mondale's home region. Let's hit Wisconsin, Illinois, and Michigan. Hopefully these states will hold for us. Despite the Midwest being Mondale's home turf, large crowds still welcome you in the suburbs of Chicago for a last-minute rally with Governor Thompson. Fun fact, he was this close to becoming the GOP nominee in the 2022 governor election. It was either him or Tim Michaels, fun fact. Best of luck on election day, Mr. President. Yeah, can't believe he almost became governor, but probably would have lost still. Election night has arrived. Settle in and wait for the returns. However long it may take, best of luck. Okay. Ow. First state we're waiting on. Indiana goes for Bush by 17%. Okay, good. Kentucky goes for us by 9%. Okay. Virginia goes for us by 17%. South Carolina goes for us by 15%. We're doing alright, I guess. Kind of slow, but whatever. Massachusetts goes for Mondale by 21%. New Hampshire goes for us by 17%. Florida goes for us by 15%. Georgia goes for us by 3%. Minnesota goes for Mondale by 25%. Texas goes for us by 21%. New York goes for Mondale by 15%. Vermont goes for Mondale by almost 6%, I think. New Jersey goes for us by 3%. Pennsylvania goes for Mondale by 3%. Yeah. Connecticut, congratulations, you won this year's election. Nice. Whew. Okay, good. Connecticut goes for us by 1.5%. Nevada goes for us by 25%. Michigan goes for us by 3%, or just 2.5%. Illinois goes for Mondale by 0.75%. Maine goes for Mondale by 1%. California goes for George H. Walker Bush by the margin of almost, I think, 6.5%. So, yeah, that was a good one. And we also won Washington. Wait, what? By 1.5. So that's pretty good. Okay, amazing. Whew. Well done, Mr. President. You have secured your own full term. While it started as a close race, you triumphed over Mondale and managed to secure your first full term. It seems Reagan supporters did rally around you, and you've managed to keep Republicans in power for 4 more years. You will have many options on how to govern on your next term. You can expand the war on drugs, continue military interventions in communist countries, increase military spending, or maybe cut some taxes. Of course, none of this is cheap, so keep an eye on those deficits. If the economy falters under your watch, you could set our party up for failure in 1988. Regardless, that's for another Republican to deal with. For now, you can rest easy knowing you have a long 4 years ahead of you. Okay, so of course we did not do as good as Reagan. But I do reckon we did better than what I thought we would. There's no way we would have won all 500 electoral votes, but still, we won the popular vote and the electoral college. with 367 electoral votes, almost 48 million votes, and Mondale got 171, and barely 44 million in the popular vote. So, and we won the popular vote percentage by almost 4%. So, yeah. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave suggestions on what videos you want me to do in the near future. And there we go. Thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a like, and see you next time.